ね。
What fascinated you most about this story based on the novel by Colin O'Sullivan?
I think the kind of like extreme, exaggerated stuff around technology and like searching for connection and trying to understand the truth and, you know, were you betrayed, were you told the truth, you know, what's real, what's not real. It just all feels like it's acted as a kind of like really kind of extended allegory for things that probably everybody goes through. Like, you know, the reality of losing someone, the reality of like a relationship ending, the reality of a new friendship, the reality of searching for the truth in something, even if it's not as dramatic as, you know, why your husband built robots and what he actually did for a living. I think there's something relatable in here. And it just happens to be in this like wonderful, like colorful, pulpy, dramatic package.
そうですね。やっぱりそのテクノロジーのいい面と悪い面、必ず物事には両面があって、それはだからまあ工場、イマテックって例えば会社があったとして、そこでは本当にクリーンに良いことが作られているけども、まあ同時にこうアンダーグラウンドの世界があって、そこでは全く違うものが裏返しのものがあるっていう、だからその辺が描かれているのが面白いところじゃないですかね。
Fascinating. Robot, Sunny. To me, Sunny. She's something that I've never ever like seen in any other movie. So it's different from any other TV show, like robots from the other TV shows.
Yeah.
Home robot.
Yeah, I totally. I think Sunny as well, and I think the fact that we get to see Suzie's character from the jump just live in this sort of state of just brokenness and despair and devastation. And it's a very heavy way to start any series or any novel. And then to throw in a character like Sunny to juxtapose that sort of darkness was a really fun relationship to watch develop.
How'd you learn to do that? Did Masa program you for me specifically?
I can't really speak to Masa's intent, but I am yours now.
Oh my God, your inability to answer a question is pathological.
What memories do you have of your first and last day of filming?
My first day, I just remember feeling like a terrible actor, really. I think I had some really heavy scenes up front because we were in the house and it was just me grieving. Either the first or second day was me on Zen's bed, just like screaming and thrashing and crying.
Very hard.
Very hard for the first day. And it was hot. It was very hot. And just feeling like, what am I doing? This was a bad idea. But that wore off eventually. By the rap day, it wore off. No, I'm just kidding. Rap, I was so tired. And we were, at that point, we were doing like green screen pickups from some episode. I don't remember what episode, but I got, everybody on the set gave me some really nice rap gifts and I tried to make a speech and I couldn't stop crying. And yeah, and then I left. I was very emotional when I left because I grew very close to the crew, the people, because we worked very hard, very long hours, and you know, you need each other. And so I was really emotional to leave.
My first day は口笛を吹いてもうひたすら走るシーンだったんですよね。もう何回もやっぱ very hot and running so much time. Yeah, I enjoyed very much.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Rap day はね、yeah, similar. The greenback, then very pick up ですね。だから、あんまり印象に残ってないですね。僕がすごく印象に残ってるのは、ある湖畔の一連のシーンがあるんですけど、それが本当に撮影日数が短くて、あれが本当にきつかった話ばっかりで申し訳ないけど、まあ楽しかったってことです。
No, that's That's what they want. They want to hear about the hard days. It's real.
I was just nervous, like as hell, because this is my very first acting gig. I was just remember like, oh God, what if something happens and what if I forget my lines and stuff? Even though I only had one line, I can't mess this up. But then in the end, I think I was really sad that everything was over and I have to say goodbye to everyone. What about you?
Well, I remember my first day, I was so excited because I just couldn't wait to play this character. It was like Christmas morning, and I got COVID.
Oh yeah.
On my first day, on my very first day. So it was like I was like a kid that was like getting ready to go to Disneyland, and I had all my stuff ready to go, and like I was all prepped with my script, and then they're like, "You have to stay home." So I got to watch it on Zoom, and I was just like with my little paws on the window, being like,
Oh my God, moment.
Yeah. And then the last day was the total opposite of that. It was just surrounded by all of the people that we had worked with so wonderfully for 6 months, and getting to thank everybody and just like putting a little bow on that character that I got to create was just wonderful. It was the exact opposite of day one for me.
I'm not that hungry, so we can share this.
Sunny, another plate, please.
Don't bother.
数字全部控えてんだ。
塩はサイレントキラーだけど、ぜひと言うならお醤油持ってきましょうね。
What was your most remarkable and most challenging scene that you had to shoot?
I think episode 10 was really hard. It just a lot of running, a lot of running uphill, and a lot of shouting for people. And
every episode
was me crying and shouting and screaming. Yeah. And
you have to keep your attention.
Yes. The tension. I had to keep the tension. And like 9 and 10, the tension was so high. I'm like being held hostage and kidnapped, and like reuniting with people. Trying not to spoil it, but just so much high emotion plus running uphill. So and screaming. So things I'm not good at in my real life. Yeah, that was challenging. The whole episode was challenging. Yeah.
Hardest scene ね。なんだろう。No, every scene.
The lake. You said the lake was
lake,
hard.
Yeah. And but the lake scene, first I thought it's too difficult for me because old robot and the eye only appearing. So 思ってたんですけど、でもそのロボットが魂があるって思い込むと、なぜかそういう風に見えてくるんですよね。人っていうのはそういう風にできていて、人形に魂をかつての人が見出したように、なんかそのロボットに感情移入していくと、どんどんロボットがその自分の感情に応えてくれてるように感じたので、思ってたよりもハードじゃなかったです。ただスケジュールがあまりにハードでした。And also I have to acting around 30, I don't know, years old.
So yeah, that's hard.
That's hard.
Yeah, you're like hikikomori. Yeah. With your long hair. Yeah, you had to run too so much. What about the Sento? That wasn't hard?
Sento, so hard. And the other actors, crazy.
I know.
Naked and hard. And
For me, it was like my very first, like Mixxy's first appearance. Since I did that scene a lot in audition process, so it was pretty challenging in a way, I think, because it was like as I mentioned earlier that I just my first gig, so I was like, this is like a very, very important scene because like this takes Suzie and Mixxy journey starts together and stuff. So
yeah, no, that's great. I think for me too, because there were so many elements in creating the life that was Sunny. There were some takes that were different than the bright Sunny that we usually see emotionally. So it was me getting there as an actor, as well as technically with moving the head and her, wheels and where she would drive and her hands and all the technical things, plus having to get there emotionally, which it was a lot. But the end result, I am very, very proud of it. But it was just, it physically was a lot.
I mean, one moment that I think we've been talking about recalling today is this, just a moment of like, I can't believe we're doing this, was this moment that we had Rashida riding a bicycle with Sunny in the back in Zen's bike seat through the ancient streets of Gion and Kyoto with Maiko, geisha, walking towards her and as she passes. And it was just one of those moments where all of these elements that make the show special and that kind of almost shouldn't be in the same frame were in a way that really tickled us. So that was really special. I think so much of shooting in Kyoto, shooting in the Kyoto International Conference Center, which is this iconic example of utopian architecture where we based Imatech, was just, I had to pinch myself that we were able to shoot there. It was so special. Yeah, I don't know.
No, there are so many. We got to just shoot in all, from the most sort of quotidian, the kombini or the convenience store that sort of are all over Japan, to, as Lucy says, the Kyoto Conference Center, to, in episode 8, we spend some time in a cabin that's meant to be outside of Lake Biwa, on Lake Biwa outside of Kyoto, but we shot it not too far from Tokyo. And so you had Mount Fuji, one of them, most beautiful and iconic things that we then had to paint out because the show is not supposed to be set near Tokyo. But it was gorgeous. I mean, we would just would come to set every day and just bask in the beauty of Fuji-san because she is as glorious as everybody says.
Yeah.
So, why Japan?
Food, culture, it sounded perfect.
Mrs. Sakamoto? I'm afraid I have bad news.
My family was in a plane crash. Things have been, weird. Can I help you?
I have a gift.
Hajimemashite, Suzie-san. I'm Sunny. Bring it in.
Okay.
Robots can be of great comfort.
I don't want a robot. I hate robots.
Sunny was created by your husband.
I'm confused. Masa works in refrigerators.
You are also laugh riot.
What are you hiding from me? How much does Masa talk to you about what he does at Imatech?
Maybe I could help figure this out.
Did you really know my husband?
I don't know. My first memory is meeting you.
I heard about this, guide that helps you break into home bots.
Suzie-san, they want something from you.
私はあの人の仕事を尊敬してたから。
Sunny, right? Does it seem normal? Sunny? Are you okay?
Don't you see, Suzie? I was programmed for you.
I'm gonna find out what happened to my family.
I know about trying to fight pain and mess. But do we have to do it alone?
So んなにボットを愛してるとはね。